Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We have already started here. Liverpool have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so they'll get few breathers. If these two don't make a good impression, there are quite good replacements on the bench.
And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And they've got a throw. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And here's Mohamed Salah. Oh, that's Stojkovic! Not the most convincing of passes. Barcelona yet to have an attempt on goal. Well, here's one of the standout names of his day, Jim, Dragan Stojkovic.
Yeah, Peter, there was a time when the Balkans produced an incredible number of truly remarkable footballers, and out of them all, he was probably the best, at least...
Oh, smashing header! Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Beckham running with the ball. Gnabry could try cutting inside here. Isco. Now it's Villa.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Just the keeper to beat! Conte. Guti. It's run loose here. Isco. And here's Mohamed Salah. Beckham. Beckham. Looking to play him in. He's through here. Gnabry receives it in a wide position. Park Ji-sung. Now it's Gnabry. That's a corner kick.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Delivered, he gets big! Defending of the desperate variety. And it's Otto, looking for options for movement. Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, it's played into the area. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Corner number 2 then. Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
So, third corner of the game. De Gea breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. No, it's come to nothing. And that'll be the final action of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So there was the first half.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this man.
And the shot! What a wonderful goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Liverpool are in front now, the game's only goal.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Now that looks a decent ball. Now this could be a chance. He's got away. Goes for a shot! And yes, it's there! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
And yes, it's him again. Liverpool are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Guti. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Chance! No mistake! Picked that one out. It was a bullet.
Yeah, it all came from...
Liverpool are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
And here's the chance to counter. Beckham. Oh, good spread. Beckham. Gnabry. Isco powering forward here. Aimed beyond the defence.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Otto stood his ground strongly.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
It'll be a throw-in. Ah, good steal, he just read it. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Can he finish? It's a goal! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, the goal was really well worked. Look, the game is a constant search for space, and he found a pocket.
2 up and very little time left. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And he's going to have his name taken. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. Gnabry gets into a good position. Ball is over the line. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. David Villa.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
He's only too happy to take that back. Guti. Nicely spread. Tries to pass it through. Beckham. Gnabry. It's gone out for a throw-in. Dunk. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, I really like this lad, Jules Koundé, a lot. He isn't the biggest, but he's known for having a big character that makes up for that. He's brilliant in boxes, and he can outmuscle opponents that are much bigger than him. You add a little bit of pace to that, and he
gets big! Oh, it's gone in!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So and the finish! Barcelona leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Roberto Baggio. Griezmann. And here's Shevchenko. Mbappe. Casillas breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Otto, looking to play him in. Now it's Beckham. In towards the back. It's a mighty effort! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught napping. There's the header! And a chance! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
And it's Valverde. And here's Shevchenko. Looking for options for movement. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That's a shade optimistic. Koundé. And the pass is intercepted. 15 minutes till half-time. And here's Shevchenko. Oh, good spread. It's a pretty loose pass. Valverde. Aimed beyond the defence. Barcelona could counter here. Now it's Kante. Collar. Look at the space and the shot! Oh, taken with style! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
There will be 1 minute.
And here's Shevchenko. Now the delivery. And that has been cleared. And it's half-time here.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances
And probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results-driven as they went about their business in an efficient manner. Conte claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're up and running.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa.
He rises! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Bellingham. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
It's a goal kick. Now it's Gnabry. Adams. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And he plays one through. Conte. He's through, now is he in? Beckham. Quarter of an hour played. No, that's been intercepted. Barcelona are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And it's Neves. Conte. Drogba. Good, strong midfield run. It's Drogba! Off the post!
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Looking for the run. Kante calmly anticipates. Odo. And it's Guti. Kola. Played out wide. And that is a little undercooked. And it's Beckham. Gnabry. Gnabry with... There's the header! Goal! Barcelona! Picked that one out. It was a bullet.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So we have our breakthrough.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Bellingham. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Beckham. Now it's Drogba.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Looking to play him in. Gnabry gets into a good position. That's a little off target. Played back in. Terrific header! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Barcelona can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we are already promptly back underway. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. And a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Odo. Conte. Great vision. Picked out brilliantly. Beckham could try cutting inside. Big header! He will be livid with himself. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. But that has not gone well.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Odo. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Tries to play it through. Now it's Beckham, out to the right. Looking to go deep. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And it's Gnabry. It's a good run down the right.
That's going in strongly.
Oh, that's a foul and a dangerous... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Borussia Dortmund.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can climbs up big? And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission.
Oh, really well played.
Deep cross. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
No way through. Drogba. That's a good ball out wide. Tries to play it through. And the through ball. Ribéry. No outsmarting him this time. Guti. To Beckham. Drogba. Beckham. Drogba. And a chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. No messing about, just... He's had a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Keeper's dealt with that. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Played back in. Up he goes! Oh, off the bar! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Crossed in once more. It's a mighty effort! Thuram gets good distance on it. Ah, he's had it taken off him. Decent progress down the left. Fired deep towards the back post. Defending of the desperate variety. Now that looks a decent ball. Played in deep.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Here comes another cross. Oh, smashing header! Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Borussia Dortmund trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Luis Suarez. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised, so... Takes a shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Nicely weighted ball, and he's picked it up out wide. Gnabry carries the ball down the right. Otto picks it up now. Nesta gets it away. Danger averted for now. Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Showing good feet. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, the goal attempts are coming thick and fast, but so far there's nothing to show for it. I think the manager will be pretty happy with his team's performance. He just needs a little more craft and guile.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. There's the start of the second half.
Barcelona are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything.
Bullish header! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Nedved really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Great vision. Now it's Gnabry. Nedved. Nicely spread. Gnabry. Roberto Carlos pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. It's a searching pass. Oh, delightful ball. And he gets rid in a hurry. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Beckham. Gnabry. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Osimhen! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Osimhen really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. Terrific header! No, not the best of headers. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. And he's managed to get free. So much time and space here. It's Luis Suarez! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Koller is being harried and hassled.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game.
And the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Goal! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
That's really good anticipation.
And the shot! And yes, it's there! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level.
And it's Luis Suarez. Real chance! Oh, what about that? Late in the day, this could well be it! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And now he has two. Borussia Dortmund complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Now it's Drogba. Knocks it into space. Rijkaard makes the interception. And it's Gnabry. Beckham. Gnabry. Looking for the run. In towards the back stick. Oh, what a climb! And he has kept it out somehow.
Kohler actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And that's it. Barcelona pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
and
kick
welcome
off.
to today's
The
match.
excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle, and here we go. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football.
He's got tall! He's scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And this is Drogba. Bellingham.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Real chance here. Big chance!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
And this is Luis Suarez. Drogba. Barcelona leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Now the ball in.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Messi. Bellingham. Now that looks a decent ball. Messi. Chance, surely! He scored! They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems.
It's a mighty... It's hit the crossbar. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking for the run. Rummenigge gets into a good position. Beckham. Driving on and making good progress. Gnabry. Deep cross. Big header! And now they can clear their lines. And here's Gnabry.
Might want to be careful there.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Now it's Gnabry. And he whips it, climbs up big! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Oh, smashing header! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Beckham. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
The less said about that pass, the better. Bellingham. Kukçu. Great vision. Always onto this. Chance for a shot! Goal! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was
Up he goes! It's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of... And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Barcelona are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half. Terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Barcelona are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Otto. And it's Beckham. That is good alertness. Beckham. Can he get on the end of this? Looking to go deep. Cleared away. It's a throw-in. In by Kant. Oh, what a climb! There it is! Certain, searing, and imperious.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Casillas claims comfortably. Almost an hour gone. Rijkaard. And it's Kukçu. It's a good spell of possession, this. This looks promising. Can he finish? It's bounced back off the post. In he goes again! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Substitution on the field. Number 13, Bellingham.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Drogba. Collar on 2 now and looking for 3. Collar unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Chu, cross into the box. He gets big. Just off target.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Odo. Beckham has a look inside the box. Cannavaro. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now, can they get him away? Great ball, and a chance! Sticks it away! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Coming on the field is...
And very quickly, the substitute. Oh, shooting chance! That's another chance! Goal! What a turn of events! We have a match here, all right. It is an epic. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And he cuts out the supply. Conte. Takes aim and crosses.
There will be
Casillas claims it, safe hands.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And he shoots! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Chu goes short. Great defending, strong and determined. Beckham. And we're done.